Well, Bruno, looks like you did a pretty good job on your side.
Did I pass inspection?
Not bad for a race car driver.
Right.
You know. Well, welcome back. At this point, we've showcased wheel coating, windshield coating, how to protect the dashboard, right? And now it's the leather. So with this particular Audi, and really for most vehicles, leather upholstery is the single most expensive option for the interiors.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, this looks like butter. You know what I mean? It's soft, it's supple, it's like it's too nice to sit in.
It is, and this is actually quilted leather as well, so this is a premium option. And usually for something like this, it can be as low as $2,000, which that's still a lot of money. Or on other vehicles, you're talking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for the semi-aniline leather.
Yikes.
So, and here's the deal, Bruno, is, the theme of this has been protecting a new car. And, we've been going back and forth, and you say, well, with this car being brand new, do I have to do this? Well, of course you have to do this. That's why you prevent it from actually turning discolored and fading over time anyway.
Or like me, I'm usually never this clean. I'm usually dirty from crawling underneath something or over something when we're working on a car. And you hop in the vehicle and you're like, oof, what did I just do?
Well, exactly, and that's even more reason to protect it. So what I'm going to show on the leather here is a leather coating. So I'm sure you've heard of leather conditioners in the past. And basically leather, it is skin. It's cowhide.
Like, I'm always worried about cleaning a leather seat, especially, I mean, I don't have anything this nice in terms of seats. I know better with how I am. But when you do that, you're going to dry it out and crack it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The wrong product, I'm sure, would do so. It's like your skin, you put some kind of alcohol or anything on, it's going to dry it out. And usually that's what, like, the inexpensive stuff does, right?
Yep. So the inexpensive products, number one, they dry it out, they make it slippery, and they're detrimental to the stitching. So what I'm going to showcase, first off, is a interior cleaner. This is actually a leather shampoo, and this cleans the leather, which even though it's a brand new car, you still have to clean it. Just like you wash the car before you wax it.
Right.
You need to clean the seats before you put a coating on them. So this product cleans without actually drying out the leather, and it smells great. You simply spray it on, and it's safe for the stitching, and it's actually beneficial for the stitching. And then you take an interior brush, which I have a little detail brush here.
Okay.
I'll spray some in there, and you'll see why we call it shampoo, because it creates a nice lather. See that?
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
And that lather, Bruno, helps encapsulate any dirt or grit particles that maybe you missed when you vacuumed it, because you should always vacuum your seats before you clean them.
Yeah, it makes sense so you're not grinding everything into it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Crumbs and all that kind of stuff.
And I like to use the higher quality leather products because, when you're spending a couple $1,000s on a premium interior option, what's an extra 20, 30, 40 bucks for a good quality cleaner? I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You don't put inexpensive motor oil in your race car.
No, it's the last thing you want to do.
Same with your leather,
Yeah.
So after you clean it,
protecting your investment, right?
Exactly. It's inexpensive insurance. And this cleans without leaving it glossy. And besides using this on your automobile, Bruno, you can use it around your house.
Okay.
Or if your wife has any nice leather handbags, those get dirty too. You can use it to clean something like that. I wouldn't use anything to clean just those materials though, because if you use the wrong product, again, you can be working backwards. So once you dry the seat off, at this point it's clean, it's not greasy or slippery, which that signifies the fact that this is a high quality cleaner. If it were greasy or slippery after cleaning, that would be a big red flag, right? Then the next step is to apply a leather coating. So you have leather conditioners, which we talked about prior. Leather conditioners are topical treatment. So they restore the natural pH balance of the leather. They keep it soft, they keep it supple. The downside to a conditioner is that it doesn't last very long.
Okay.
Or, like if you're hot and sweaty and dirty, like you mentioned, they don't really protect the leather that well against the skin oils. So that's why I'm going to showcase a leather coating.
Nice.
So compared to a conditioner that simply absorbs into the material, this actually becomes a functional part of the leather.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really cool product. It's like adding an extra layer of skin over it.
Nice. So like the cheap covers you don't need to, you throw over your $6,000 seat, you put a $20 cover over it.
I would not get the sheepskin covers for this particular Audi. So applying it is simple. That's a good point though. I have a foam applicator pad, and a little bit of this goes a long way. And this protects the stitching as well. So I applied it to my applicator pad. I'm simply going to work it into the seat.
You talk about the stitching. I mean, you look at these seats, I mean, the stitching is a huge part of the design of that seat.
And it's already absorbing it into the leather. I'm making sure I pay special attention to the stitching because usually the stitching is the first part that fails. And then after you apply a nice thin coat, simply take a microfiber towel and you wipe off the excess.
One thing I've learned is microfiber towels are a must, and you must have a lot of them.
Yeah, and you must have high quality towels, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Microfiber originated in the janitorial industry, so when you go to the store, like the home improvement store, and they have these big packages of towels, those towels are designed for cleaning like bathrooms.
Yeah.
If you use the wrong towel in your leather, you can actually transfer dye to it.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good at all. And speaking of dye transfer, that's another reason that you coat the leather to actually protect against dye transfer.
Gotcha.
So, well, Bruno, I'm actually going to let you finish the rest of the seats. By the time we're done, this Audi is going to be ready for thousands of miles of top-down driving.
I love it, man. I mean, it's such a nice car. It's like you want it to shine in every aspect, right?
Oh, sure. So now the car is clean, it's protected, and staying on top of it is simple because I have a saying that frequent car care is easy car care. So I appreciate you joining me.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
I think I'm going to sneak off for lunch. I'll let you do the other part, okay?
I'll finish up. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
Give me that.